The stigma surrounding mental illness is an increasing concern among the general population. An illness which was neglected even a few days back has started to manifest severe consequences in recent times. And yet, it is not addressed in public nearly in any way it should be. People often fend it off as a disturbance. But it is high time we understand it for what it actually is. Mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, addiction, schizophrenia, and neurosis have a serious impact on health. They contribute up to 13% to the global burden of disease. Low and middle income countries experience a higher burden of mental disorders, and yet, mental health conditions are often not perceived as serious health problems in these countries and are not prioritized in prevention programs and in healthcare delivery. The true prevalence of mental health disorders globally remains poorly understood. Diagnosis statistics alone would not bring us close to the true figure mental health is, typically underreported and underdiagnosed. In countries affected by fragility, conflict, and violence, the number of people afflicted by mental ill health rises to approximately 1 in every 5 people. Studies estimate that 10.7% of the global population live with a mental health disorder, which is more than 1 out of every 10 people. Bangladesh has a population of 160 million people, but only 50 clinical psychologists and 200 psychiatrists. That's 80,000 people for every one mental health specialist. There are a variety of factors inhibiting people to seek mental health care in Bangladesh, which both are dependent on individual as well as societal factors. Social stigma, lack of relevant knowledge, and awareness seem to play a major role. The fear of being shamed and ridiculed in the society at large is enough to prevent anyone from seeking help. The youth are even actively discouraged to pursue any interest in psychiatry, which is not adequately stimulated. The National Institute of Mental Health, with the technical guide of the World Health Organization, revealed that nearly 17% of adults in Bangladesh are suffering from mental health issues. Among them, 92.3% do not seek medical attention. Among children in the 7 to 14 age group, the percentage of mental disorders is 13.6%. All in all, it seems that the people of this country are not still properly aware of how dangerous this issue really is. On the other hand, denial is also a major force here. The fact that mental illness is to be taken as heavily as physical illness cannot be accepted by the people. So, the question arises, even at this age of advancement, is mental illness still a taboo in Bangladesh? The current pandemic is not only affecting the physical condition but instigating fear and anxiety in the minds of the people. People are having a hard time coping with this new normal situation and often suffering from panic attacks. The National Institute of Mental Health and Hospital reported 200 patients on average daily, among which at least 20 people come suffering from panic attacks due to the pandemic. In a country where suppressed mental illness is already a terrifying issue, this pandemic has sent shock waves in households all around. You have been hired by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to devise a year-long awareness campaign which will address the mental health issue in Bangladesh. The campaign must aim to bring an end to the misconstrued stigma of the mass people through digital and ATL media only. Keep in mind the sudden surge of the affected people during these troubling pandemic days.
You are also instructed to make an audio visual of not more than 90 seconds which will bring this issue to light and also highlight the problems faced by the people afflicted.